So what if I told you that you are a hater too sometimes? What would your initial response or thought be? Of course, your initial response or thought would be like, "Oh shit, man, I don't do no hating. I'm too real for that. I don't be tripping like that. I ain't no hater." Right? That's what the average person's initial response would be. I remember when I was a kid, I used to always hear in the hood like, all real niggas is locked up. All the real niggas is locked up. This is how it used to be said, literally like that. All the real niggas is locked up. So for so long, I lived going through life that all of the real, like that 1% of like thorough cats is locked up until I got locked up. Until I got locked up and really done enough time to officially conclude that was a lie. And what I had concluded from that was that it just aren't that many real people in the world, period. And now, mind you, when I say real, that's according to my idea, my concept, the criteria I use to determine what's authentic or what's thorough, what's real in my eyesight, right? One whose words and actions are in alignment. That's thorough, that's real to me. When your words and your actions support each other, that's thorough. It don't matter what kind of lifestyle you live. If the stuff that come out your mouth supports what you do, and what you do supports what come out your mouth all the time. Not in small cases, not only in big cases, all the time. You're thorough. If you're not doing that, you're not thorough. But anyway, that's another subject. It's just that what I'm about to talk about is what made me think of that. You know, when I say that you are a hater too sometimes, I say that because we grow up in a culture, in a type of society that cultivates lying and hating and mocking and ridiculing and we do all of those different things under the guise of entertainment. Oh, boy, I was just playing with you. I was just joking. I was just bullshitting on you. That's what we say. You know, that has become the norm, where we could speak a truth, but we'll say, I was just joking. And sometimes we may even say I was just joking, but yet and still, I remember my grandfather used to say, he said, boy, so my grandfather's a preacher. He used to be like, mine is probably where I get some of this talk from. But anyway, my grandfather was a preacher. He used to always get on me and my brother about when we say, oh no, Dad, well, I was just playing, we was just joking. He say, so you really were lying. And so in my mind, okay, now that's serious. You know, we ain't lying to you, Daddy. We ain't trying to play with you, Daddy. We ain't lying to you. But when you think about the essence of a joke, when you think about the life of a comedian, to be clear, when you think about those who make a career off that level of entertainment, a lifestyle. You know, some of us go through life solidifying who we are by pressing down on others, by being condescending, by making other people looking less than how we look or how I look. We go and make a culture and a lifestyle of always talking about other people. That's what a comic does. A comic, he or she does one or two things. Either they're talking about somebody's decisions, characteristics, way of being, style of dress, whatever it is, right? Either they're talking about somebody or they are lying about something. But it's called a joke. I'm just being human. I'm just being jokeful. Laugh, motherfucker. I'm just being, that's what we say, right? And the thing about it is that some of us have become so addicted. And I'm gonna use the term addicted. Understand? Addicted. Not just a habit. I'm saying addicted to being entertained. Even a lot of women today, it's like that's one of her requirements. Is that if a dude can make me laugh, then we got a chance. You know, he can get me. Then you wonder why so many of these dudes are clowns. Why so many of these dudes are ridiculous. Why so many of these dudes do some of the damnedest things and say some of the damnedest things? Because guess what? One, it works on somebody. And two, because he has been conditioned to just entertain you. Now, that's a whole nother subject, just particularly about fun, being addicted to joy and pain, because that's something I plan to talk about. But the main point that my reason for bringing that up was that we have reached a point to where just in our programming, in our social development, you know, the mother, the father, the brothers, the aunties, you know, unconsciously, we pull the life out of our kids and out of our nephews, nieces, out of our brothers, out of our sisters, friends, or so. We pull the life out of them. All in the act of wanting to be entertained. All in the act of joking. I was just playing. We pull the life out of them by stuff that we say. Because a person, you have to understand something. That when a person sometimes jump out, expose something about themselves, jump out there. And I am not talking about, you know, no sexual preference. That's a whole nother conversation. But it can kind of somewhat fit in there, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, let's say if a person has a self-esteem issue, right? Let's say most big guys, when they most guys, I'm gonna say most guys, when we start looking a certain way up in here, you ain't gonna see us jump in no pool without no shirt on. You ain't gonna see us just be so quick to walk outside without no shirt on, or to walk wherever out with no shirt on, right? That's not what you see most men do when they start getting all out of there with this here. But let's just say it just so happened where the big homie decides to post a picture where he just all out there. You know? Some people gonna, well, what the fuck you doing? You put some clothes on. What you know? And me, where I'm at today, I'm a chill your ass on. Because one thing I know, first of all, you did what you did because you wanted to. I don't really know if you did it because you're trying to get some laughs, if you trying to entertain people, if you trying to win a female through being a comic, or if you were trying to ascend to another level of who you are. I don't know what's your reason, but it's not necessarily important for me to understand your reason. My thing is that what you done didn't offend me. And it shouldn't offend no one, because guess what? You don't have to look. You don't have to be on a person's page. You don't even have to be friends with a person. You don't, I mean, when it comes to social media. And when it comes to us on our dealing in life, when we don't like something, move your ass around. Stop trying to be in somebody else's world and telling them to change shit up in their world just to appease you. Get out of their world. That way, you don't have to worry about the way they do what they do. Get in your own world. Get in your own lane. Focus on where you going. As long when you folks really like when you think about it, when you driving on the freeway. When you're driving on the freeway, anytime your eyes are off of this destination, off of straight. Anytime your eyes leave there, I don't give a damn if it's to the phone, through the text message, messing with the light, messing with the radio, messing with whatever in the car. Even if you're trying to look at some shit on the side of the road, whenever your eyes leave this, haven't you noticed how you begin to swerve out of your own lane? How your driving straight isn't as consistent as it once was. So, my point is that we have to reach a point to where, one, stay in your lane. You see, whenever you get out your lane into someone else's lane, then you on some hate shit. You a hater. Get out that person's lane. Let them do what they do, as long as they're not trying to interfere with your lane. Or long as they. And my other thing is this here. My whole thing about live and let live is that, man, whatever floats your boat, that's on you. You have to deal with the results of your desires, of your inclinations, of the decisions and choices that you make. You have to live with that. The only time I feel that I am divinely required to step in is when you have impeded on the same what's the word I'm looking for? The same broadness of liberty of another individual, whether it be child, woman, or man. Whenever your lifestyle, whenever your choices have begun to trespass on another human being's freedom to live just as freely, then I feel divinely obligated to get in your world. You understand? Because I am still a brother and a guardian and a protector to my brothers and my sisters, first and foremost. I'm saying on a divine level of thinking and existing. That's how I see it. You know, but we, under most circumstances, we don't really check our thinking and check the way we interact and deal with each other. We're quick, and even I was telling my brother the other day, I say, man, even though I'm aware of this, because of my upbringing and because of still present day society, it is easy for one to get out there on somebody in your thoughts before you realize it, because it is instinctive. It's something that you have been programmed to do over years. And it's not going to be a one-day process of getting out of. It's something you're going to have to constantly stay on yourself about. Again, go back to the audio, getting to know thyself. Take the challenge. Embark upon the challenge. Getting to know thyself. You see, because this is all about checking thought. Mastering the way you feel and the way you think. Getting on top of that. Getting your divinity and your divine on top of that. Getting your God to manifest itself inside of you so that you can be on top of your earth, which is your physical flesh. Until you master this, how can you start controlling anything outside of you? And that's the thing, we want to coach everybody else and everything else and say how it should be, how it shouldn't be. But we ain't even got this together. Even and while I don't necessarily believe in one reaching a level of perfection, not in this state of living or this state of existence, maybe on the next phase of development, but not on this phase of development. I don't believe in that perfection on this level. But my thing is that until you've mastered a good bulk of your imperfections, you are not in a position to coach. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to at least be aware and working on what you need to be working on before you can begin to start trying to coach others. You know what I'm saying? So now, stop all hating. Check your thoughts, man. Some things that you notice about people, you shouldn't even notice. You shouldn't even notice certain things. Sometimes you notice shit that's why I was speaking about the whole law of attraction. You've been conditioned to see certain shit. That's why you notice certain things. That's why you speak on this. Because you've been conditioned to look for certain things. That's why I see certain things that I see that people have conflict with, is because I've conditioned myself to notice and be observant of certain things. But it isn't on a level of yours. It isn't on such a I'm going to say superficial level, to the point to where I'm worried about why he and she doing what they doing. Not on a personal level. Again, if it's interfering with another human being's life, another human being's choice or ability to live and find themselves as you found yourself. If it's interfering with that, then I feel divinely obligated to speak on it. Divinely obligated. And I say my field is practical to the point of based on everything that I know and understand and have learned and that I don't understand. It's a part of all of that. It is an emotional piece when I say it that. You understand? Like when I've told people before that my love is a very mental type of love. It's not where I'm just emotionally out there. I can explain to you the things that I value about you, which is why I don't harbor. Because when I value somebody, it's things I genuinely value about you. So whether we have some disagreement or I got pissed off at you one day and said I don't want nothing to do with you, best believe probably a week or 2-3 weeks later, I don't have that same attitude about you because I do not harbor. It's things about you I genuinely value. I'm not emotional like that. We have an emotional components, which are therefore a very divine and particular purpose. I believe it has everything with the bonding process. However, it's not to rule you. It's not to control you. It's to be guided at all times, because at any time you get caught up in the emotion, in the feeling of pleasure, in the feeling of pain, anytime you get caught up in any type of feeling too much, you're gonna be misguided. That's when you get back and say, either you're gonna regret a choice you made or you're gonna start blaming shit outside of yourself. That's when you know the mental is not involved, because whether you want to blame it on something external or internal, let me correct that. Whether you want to blame something on something, particular thing over here or someone, because when you can take accountability, then you're on the mental. As long as it's not like on no victim, self-pity type shit. As long as it's not on that level, that's emotional. But when you can specifically pick out where you went wrong and say, you know, that's where I need to make sure I start working on that. You know, because I do have that bad, I do that, and I need to get on that. I need to check myself whenever I do, and I need to receive a check-in whenever I'm doing it. A lot of times we can be doing some shit that we know we shouldn't be doing, but are not finna let nobody check us about. That's still immaturity. That's still a baby in adolescent state. On a mental level. Get outside of that. But anyway, stop all the hate, man. The reason why you see what you see, you've been conditioned for. Elevate yourself. Get out of your flesh and your physical so much. Elevate yourself. Stop hating. Stop pulling life out of your kids. Promote them. Speak life into them. Encourage them. Stop telling them all the time what they shouldn't and can't do. Speak life into them. Give whatever they desire to do some direction. Because maybe that inclination is going in the wrong direction. So if you're in your right place to say what they shouldn't be doing, then you need to be able to also coach them and put them in the direction that they should be going. But first you have to be one to be able to show this with who you are. In the way that you walk, in the directions that you're going, that you even fit to lead. If you're not fit to lead, then sadly to say, you're not the best one to be in that child's life. Someone else needs to be leading that child. You need to get yourself together. You need to love that child enough to separate yourself from that child and put that child in a better situation to where that child can get a better upbringing. Sometimes the mother isn't always fit for the child. Sometimes the mother has to be mature enough and love that child enough to know that and put that child in another, either in the father's world. If he is more guided and fit and firmly mentally fit than she is, she need to put him in his word. Even if she do got more money than him. Even if she do have just, you know what I'm saying, more things going on. If he still seems to be more fit for the upbringing of him or her, sometimes love the child enough to do that. And likewise, sometimes men, if you know that you ain't where you need to be, and that woman is in a better place to manage that child, and you ain't where you need to be, whether it be financially, mentally, whatever it may be, then you have to be mature enough to know that child is in the best place. And sometimes both parents have to say that, you know what, that child don't need to be with neither one of them. We need to come up with something. We need to do something other than you just have them or I just have them, because neither one of us. Anyway, with all that being said, 'cause I've talked really, really a long time now. And anyway, I just hope that the point was made and you understood what I'm saying. Stop being a hater. Stop speaking. Stop pulling life out of those whom you say you love. Promote life. Give them life. Speak life. Encourage them. You know, if a woman want to help her man, speak life into him. Don't try to be his mother. Don't try to tell him what he needs to do and all that. Just whisper, life into him. You got it, baby. You got, check that. Anything I can do to help, just let me know, baby. Just let me know. Don't I'm your teammate. Let me know. Speak life in him, even though sometimes you got stuff you want to share with him, and you just want to hear it. Sometimes don't, because that's still taking life out of him. Let him be the man he needs to be and find himself. If you can't do that, he's not who you need to be with right now. You need to separate yourself out of love for him and out of love for yourself. Leave him, let him find himself. And likewise with me, if you're not in a certain place, man, hey, let her be. Be about life. Stop being about counterproductivity and death. Peace and blessings.